This record is called Glide. I wanted to write a bunch of songs that had something to do with things that glide. Big fat cars with chromed emblems on them from the 40s and 50s that moved so smoothly. And the title tune, Glide, actually brings that all out, brings all those things to the front. All of the other songs on the record relate to that somehow. And so I felt it was time to make a cohesive record. You know, all of my other records have sort of gone in different directions and then sort of try to end up back where they started. I think a record should be a snapshot of wherever you are at that point in your musical journey, for a musician like me especially. This is my 12th record, solo record, and I think that I've learned a lot along the way about how to make the next record. And part of that is learning how to play the band and how to cast, songs, the musicians in the songs, how to cast the songs in order in the record, how to make the record, be one solid piece, one big piece of information instead of a bunch of different songs just scattered out through the record. And you have to sort of reevaluate who you are at that point. We all listen to each other as a band, as a live stage band, and we're in a good practice of listening to each other on stage. So we did the same thing in the studio, and there was a lot of call and response going on in the solos and throughout the songs. And I have this wonderful band of musicians who are top-notch musicians, could play with anybody, but they just want to go out and play with me when I want to go out and play live. It's great. What a wonderful position to be in. So I felt like I finally had this band that was self-maintained, and we could play any kind of music. So I had to write these songs and write them sort of about the band, sort of encompass the band, and bring out their strong points all the way through the record. And I feel like I finally have that kind of a band, that I can do that on a solo record. Todd Parks holds down the bass as well as anybody could. Just is very creative. Luke Bulla is one of the best fiddle players, violin players, whatever you want to call it, that I've ever heard. Doug Belote, the drummer, raised this band to another level when he started playing with us. He just took us to another place where I didn't know my songs could go. Guthrie Trapp is a wonderful guitar player, plays electric and acoustic. We had all that covered. These guys don't seem to have any boundaries that they need to honor. So they're like me in that way. You can cross genres and no one should even know. Rodney Crowell came in to sing, and Rodney was my first choice of singer for the record. Long Hard Road is a song that Rodney wrote a long time ago, and it had a big hit with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band on country radio, and I played on that song. It's a beautiful song.
Mama played a French harp then, and Daddy made a saw blade bend, and raindrops played the tin roof like a drum.
Tony Rice is an old friend of mine and one of the major innovators of acoustic guitar in this whole world. I brought Tony in to play on this record as just a wild card, just to throw something in sideways, to give us a different slant on what might be predictable. I was driving home from the Gulf, down in the Gulf with the family on vacation, and we were traveling in two cars. I got tired. I started listening to country radio stations somewhere in Alabama, and the Travis Tritt song came on, and I was so concentrated on this record, trying to finish this record, and I actually thought I had the record finished. This was in like February, and thought I had the record finished last December. this was something hanging on me, and I thought, you know, there's something else I need. And at the same time, the same split instant, A Marriage Made in Hollywood ran through my head.
He stared back up at a hot gray sky, reran his life, and then he died. If you jump off a building, brother, beware. My friend Jimmy woke up mid-air. No time to smile, no time to wait. They buried him in a meteor grave. We all love tragedy.
The opening song on the record is called Bounce, and it comes from Edgar Meyer and Sam Bush and I. We wrote the song together on a tour that we did last year. Just the three of us running around the country playing just whatever came out of our heads. We've always been, you know, working together in some form or another, and I think it shows, and I think you can hear it throughout that song of us bouncing off of each other, and so the song is appropriately titled. Every time I come back out with another record, I'm building a little bit more of an audience, and I think that people by now know my habits pretty well and know that I'll be back, and it's something that I'm going to keep doing. It's something that I'll ever stop. I need my own identity. Throughout history, instrumentalists have never been as popular as singers. Singers rule the world. But words can get in your way, and I think the English language has always had its barriers. Played music it has no barriers. It's universal. The guitar that I play, a Dobro guitar, is so capable of so many emotions, and it's so vocal in its qualities, and I can get any emotion across that I want to with my guitar, and without using any words. It is my voice.